everyone, Jo here. Welcome to another coffee break crafts with me. And today I need to make a card for a friend. So, got my coffee at the ready. I hope you've got yours. And today I'm going to use one of the SceneScapes. Now these are fabulous, great when you need a card in your coffee break. And the one I'm using today is actually called Sweet Meadow. And Lavinia have a lot of these. Just check them out on the website. They're fabulous. Now this one I've cut down. The idea is I want a topper to go on a 6 by 6 inch card blank. So I've cut it down to 5 by 5. And I want to pop it this way because I'm going to stamp up. That's my idea anyway. Let's see how we get along. I've chosen some stamps and some ink colours. Ready. And I'm going to start with, I want to do a floral design. I do love my florals. And again, remember, use your acetate to check where you're going to have your stamping. And I'm going to use this beautiful wildflower stamp. And I'm going to come in, I'm going to keep to blue tones. I love the blue tones in this. And I'm coming in with Twilight, which is quite a deep blue. I'm not going to use black at all for this design. So I'm just coming in with the blue. And I'm going to stamp a few of these, but I want to keep it all almost to one side. Now again, remember this is pre-printed, so, and this is a silhouette, so let the ink soak in. Oh look, little bit there. I've obviously got something. I can, if ever that happens, don't worry. It's not a problem. We can get rid of that. But just check, and I've got something. So I'll get my Inky Binky and there's just something on my stamp there. You know, it could be a bit of glitter. I think that's some Stickles actually. But not to worry. It's coffee break crafts. We haven't time to start again. So let's ink up again. And we'll pop another one, again, alter the height. We'll put this one here. And again, pressure, let it soak in. You see, that's fine that time. It obviously was just a little piece of glitter. But we'll just make it look like it's the sun reflecting. And let's pop one down here. So important to alter the height. And I'm going to stop with those three. I don't want to overcook this. I like that background. So the next stamp I'm going to come in with is the field grass. And this is just one of my all-time favourites. I use this again and again. But this time I'm coming in with the warm breeze. Again, just for those colour tones. And we'll have some lovely stamping with this at an angle. And we'll bring in some second generation. And I love that. If I bring that a bit closer, can you see that wispiness? Almost looks like that field grass in the distance. And that's what field grass does, doesn't it? It's sort of wispy in the distance. We'll alter the angle and just pop some up here. Maybe just a little bit here. And here. Yeah, I like that. Needs a little bit there. So we'll just pop, I think one a bit more, yes, up there. So I've got more of a shape. And don't worry, it looks a bit spare here. A bit sort of sparse there. So I have a perfect stamp that I'm going to use for that. So I'll just give my field grass a wipe. Might be coffee time, but you know what? We still have to clean our stamps before we put them away. The Woodland Fern. And for this one, I'm going to bring in my third blue colour, and this is Paradise. And this will just fill in these beautiful spaces down here and add a nice bit of depth. And again, I'm just altering. You know how ferns grow in that sort of group fashion. Now I like that, but the dark there is almost too dark. And I want to bring almost some depth to the base. So with the Woodland Fern, as I say, there are two. So I'm going to bring in the other one and go back to the Twilight. And I think if I do a little bit of stamping with the Twilight here, with this fern, I think it'll just almost give some colour at the bottom. And I think it looks better, it balances it. It grounds the whole design. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, I like that. I'm happy with that. I don't want to overcook it. Sometimes when I think you're stamping, if you're not careful, you can overcook a design. So I'm just going to give that a blot. And like I say, I love the design. Right, little sip of coffee. Oh, that's nice. And then I'm going to get one of my circle masks. Yes, that one. And I'm just going to turn my work round, and I'm just going to add in this corner, and I'm going to come in with blue Atoll. Again, the colour tones I think will be perfect for this. Get some ink and dab it off on the lid. And again, start at the bottom on the mask. Always flick your ink off from the mask. Going to ink up again, dab off on the lid, onto the mask first. Just gently flick off. And then when I've got less ink, just going to blend all the way around. Move my thumb, blend, and just bring that in to show you. And I don't want it, just like that. Look at that, we don't want it too in your face. We just want to keep that lovely design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on my card blank before I add my finishing touches. And the reason I'm going to do this is I'm going to add some stickles. So got some, I'm going to have belt and braces, which is something I like to do. And that is, I like to use double-sided tape and my beautiful Bippity Boppity glue. And that way I'm covered. Oh, did you hear that? My glue squeaks. So we'll pop this in the middle. Lovely. And that's just perfect for some finishing touches of, first of all, some PanPastel. And just where the moon is. And this is the lovely, so this is the fine pearl medium. And just where the moon is, look, and I will lift it up so you can see. And I'm just rubbing it on with my finger. And if I just bring that up, can you see that lovely sheen that gives? And then that sheen will mean that we've got some lovely white highlights here. So with the white Posca, we can add, and that way we've got the white highlights. And again, I don't want to overcook it with these white highlights, just a tiny bit, a little bit on here. Then I'm going to add some lovely stickles. Now again, I'm just going to pop my stickles on and I'm going to dab. So I'm going to dot and dab, dot and dab. And I'm popping this on the field grass so that it looks like that lovely morning dew. You know how the sun, just as the light of the day, just the daylight really, catches the lovely dew on that field grass. We'll just dot and dab that. And I'm going to pop a sentiment on. Now, do I add some splatters? I think I might, just a few. Now, what colour shall I go for? I think I might add some yellow because there's yellow in the background. I don't want to add blue. So I'm just going to come in with a little bit of yellow. And again, I always add my Stickles first and then my Posca on top. For me, I find it works better that way. And it tiny bit up here and on top of the PanPastel, works lovely on top of that. I don't want to overcook it with, I just want delicate splats. And then a nice sentiment, which is best friend, because this is going to my best friend. Get my scissors so that I can just decide. See, I'm thinking of having my sentiment up here, but let's just check. Yeah, I don't, although it does look nice in here, but looks a bit better. Do I like it in that corner or over? Oh, you see, now I can't think. I liked it there to start off with, but I quite like it up there. It follows that line. So I'm actually going to put it here. Yes, I like that. Sip of the coffee as job done. So that was a lovely coffee break, and I'm really pleased with that. And I know my friend is going to love it too. So thank you for joining me. I hope you have a go at this. I hope you have a go. Make yourself a brew. No cheeky biscuit today though, I'm trying to be good. I've got a holiday coming up, so I really have to try and be good. But have a go with the SceneScapes. They're great for these sorts of cards. Anyway, you take care. Love and hugs from me. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.